Hey everybody, I thought I would talk some more about the California Autism Clusters, and I'm going to pick up where I left off on the last video. So here's that autism cluster in Santa Monica. The thing I didn't mention when I talked on the last time is that I went ahead and looked at the correlations, at least visually, between that autism cluster and AM radio stations, and really nothing jumps out at me. And of course AM radio is lower frequency, and also looked at FM. Now FM, that area does have a relatively high concentration of FM antennas, but you can see that they're also spread fairly uniformly along the coastline. So I don't think FM is strongly correlated. If I look at TV antennas, something similar. So again, the one that really stuck out was the broadcast microwave towers. And again, the AM, FM, TV are kilohertz and megahertz frequencies, and the microwave frequencies are all gigahertz radiation. And so it looks to me that the strongest correlation is with the gigahertz frequencies, which includes the broadcast microwave relay towers and also the microwave earth stations to the satellites, and also your pulsed radars around your airports. So I just wanted to point that out. So in addition to mapping the Santa Monica cluster, I also took the UC Davis study, and I had some maps on my blog. So here's San Diego, and there's an autism cluster identified in northern San Diego, and you can see lots of microwave relay towers, and it just so happens that in the center of the autism cluster is about 25 or so high gain satellite earth stations, and then there's also quite a few microwave towers in the same area for relaying. So that one fits pretty well with my hypothesis that it's really microwave radiation that's increasing autism in those areas. So that's La Jolla. If I go up the coast, Fresno was the next autism cluster identified. And if you look at Fresno, they again do have a high concentration of microwave relay towers, and they have about 8 or 10 broadcast microwave antennas. So I can't rule it out just on what I see there. And then if I go up the coast, there was a cluster identified in, I think it's near Modesto. And that area really isn't, it does have some microwave antennas, relay antennas. There's no broadcast earth stations there, but it is sort of a junction of relaying, and there's some other areas similar density to it. Now if I go over to Sunnyvale area, and this is sort of the Silicon Valley area, they have a cluster, and the cluster happens to have 8 or 10 high gain microwave earth stations located there, and it's also right beside fairly heavy density of microwave relay towers, and they also have an airport radar just to the north with an airport. So I mentioned before that I think from studying this stuff for a couple of years that wherever you get the high gain antennas in combination with airports and a lot of low flying aircraft traffic, I think you get more radiation in the area. So that sort of fits the profile. If I go up here to the Golden Gate area, you'll see that there's a cluster identified just on the west coast, which comes inland a ways, and it butts up just about to the kind of a main relay and transmitting station on the top of the mountain there. And so that area definitely would have a high power density of microwave radiation. So if I take those sites identified, they all appear to fit at least my hypothesis that areas with higher density of microwave radiation leads to higher rates of autism. And again, I really think it's as simple as refracted, scattered, ducted radiation back to the Earth, and it's sort of a chronic in that area. So if and children happen to be more susceptible because their heads are forming and they're smaller, and so they tend to, I guess, potentially make a better antenna to absorb the radiation. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you all, and it's really just a continuation of the last video. So thanks a lot. We'll talk to you later.